Everybody, welcome to week 6. Week 6, week 7, and week 7.5. I'm trying to do a half finger there. Okay, not much time left, right? Which is exciting. It does mean, though, that we really have to focus very, very closely on each assignment so that you can get everything in on time and you're not behind by the end of the term. Inevitably, I have students at the end of the term thinking, oh my gosh, I'm pulling my hair out. What can I do to pass because I'm missing 18 different things? You don't want to be in that situation. So this is when we really do buckle down and we start saying, okay, is there anything that I've missed? Is there anything that's been late? Have I forgotten about something? Look at the grade book, check and see. For most of you, things look excellent. For a couple people, you've fallen behind, check and see what zeros are there. I will still submit, you can still submit late work. I will still accept it. So get to work on those things. You want to make sure that you have every opportunity to actually pass the class, but it's on you. It's not on me. I'm here to remind you and to help you. But it's on you to get that work done. So you really need to work on that. Now, what are we talking about? This is my favorite week of the entire term. It really is. This is when we talk about browsers, and then we talk about things broader than browsers, like the internet itself and what it is. I'm going to be doing a video on that, so make sure you check it out because that's going to be very, very helpful to kind of give you more context for everything we're talking about. So for right now, we are going to be talking primarily about browsers. We're going to take a little bit of a break on Microsoft Office, although there is an Excel assignment this week. And we're going to focus in the discussion board and in the lecture on these browsers, what this kind of software, what it does. For most people, they think that the browser is that icon you click on, it's some sort of program that runs, and it kind of opens up the door to the internet. And that's not exactly the case. It seems that way, but that's not exactly the case. A browser is a tool that you have on your computer, a bit of software. You know, this is going to be things like Chrome or Firefox or Safari or Brave or Opera or Edge. There's all sorts of different ones. But this is something that really just communicates with a different server that allows you to access that server's web page. Okay, that seems kind of weird. What is a server? All right. Well, servers are other computers, and usually they are seen as places where people store a lot of information, websites, and social media platforms, all sorts of things like that. So when you go to access Facebook or Pinterest or YouTube or Brian Stratton's website or Blackboard or something, your browser is from your computer is communicating with the server that houses whatever website that is and asking for permission to access it. And it happens in the blink of an eye. The other thing that a browser does is it translates the code that every web page is made of. So this is markup language. This is the code, XML, HTML, hypertext markup language, extensible markup language. Websites are developed and coded. They don't come all pretty and nice with videos and images and all sorts of things like that. It's the code that allows that to appear properly. And so your browser translates that code. And you don't even think about this. You don't even realize it. It's behind the scenes. So the browser is going to ask for permission and get permission to access a website on a different server, allowing your computer to do that. And then it's going to decode, or it's going to translate the website itself from the code into basically something that you can understand and you can interact with and you can engage with. That's what a browser is. So we're going to be looking at 3 different browsers and kind of investigating kind of which one might be best for your own use. And I'm going to have more to say in the video on browsers in the discussion board. But we're looking at 3 in particular, Chrome, Firefox, and Safari. Some of you may not use those. You may use Edge, which is Microsoft's browser. A new one actually just came out, and it's actually quite good. But there are other smaller browsers as well. There's something called the Tor browser, and Brave. That's another one that I use quite a bit. And Opera, and different devices may have their own browsers, like Amazon. If you have an Amazon Kindle or something, they may have something called Silk, and that's the browser that they use. So we're going to be talking about different browsers, how they work, why it's important that we know that, and kind of how the different ones compare to each other. Is one better than the other? Is it all about speed? What about security? What about privacy? These are the kinds of things that we're going to be focusing on. So we're also going to be doing an Excel spreadsheet assignment. This is a fun one. It's pretty easy. Just follow the instructions and you will be good to go. And then there's going to be a reflection. And the reflection is on, say it all at once, yes, browsers. So you're going to be doing a short reflection on browsers. And that, my friends, is it for week 6. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And stay tuned for a couple of videos that are coming along the way that might help kind of better, flesh out some of these ideas for you. Thanks, folks.